The crypto world has recently gone absolutely bonkers, Shiba Inu fighters. Shiba Inus might now be served with a side of jail time, which is something you would never believe. Are you kidding me? Everything that has happened in the news is absolutely unreal. The crypto world has gone absolutely insane, and you can end up in jail if you cling to Shiba Inu. What the fuck is going on? That's exactly how I feel. Let me explain something to you. Important notice. A strict regulatory measure was a real threat to the cryptocurrency ecosystem 2 years ago. In the present day, it appears as though all of the darkest nightmares have come true. A new rule has been approved that requires the reporting of large cryptocurrency transactions and the disclosure of sender information to the IRS. Many questions have been raised within the crypto sphere regarding the interpretation and implementation of this regulatory measure. Any Bitcoin transaction above $10,000 must now be reported to the IRS by persons actively engaged in cryptocurrency trading or commerce in the U.S., according to recent analysis of an amendment to the U.S. Internal Revenue Code. One of the specialists has been asked to explain the significance of this new development that has been in the works since January 1st. If you receive $10,000 or more in cryptocurrencies, either in one transaction or through a series of connected transactions, the expert stresses that you must report it to the IRS within 15 days. Crimes may be leveled against you if you do not comply. Name, address, and SSN of the sender, amount received, date, and kind of transaction are all pieces of required information. What are your thoughts about that? Say what? Anonymity and decentralization? It certainly doesn't appear that way. It would appear that the current state of affairs differs from the ideals that are commonly associated with decentralization and anonymity. It would appear that the core ideas of decentralization and anonymity are severely undermined by this bill. Significant Bitcoin transactions must be reported to the IRS, and personal information must be disclosed. It appears that the fundamental principles of decentralization are being undermined by the law. Requiring transaction reporting adds a layer of supervision and centralization, which runs against to the idea of a decentralized system, which usually means independence and freedom from centralized control. In addition, the idea of anonymity, typically linked with Bitcoin transactions, is contradicted by the demand for personal information, such as names, addresses, and social security numbers. The fundamental allure of cryptocurrency is the level of anonymity and control it gives its users over their own financial transactions. Unfortunately, the envisaged level of transactional anonymity is undermined by the bill's provisions, which appear to weaken this by requiring the disclosure of sensitive personal details. The Shiba Inu ecosystem places a premium on decentralization and anonymity, so the juxtaposition is all the more interesting for that. Kusama Satoshi, the importance of decentralization and its effect on all parties concerned. According to a prominent Shiba Inu developer, Shiba Inu's prioritization of decentralization is more than just a matter of personal taste. The idea behind it is that by spreading power and authority across the network, decentralization gives people more agency. A dedication to creating a community-driven and inclusive environment is implied by Shiba Inu's focus on decentralization. Unfortunately, Shiba Inu's decentralized vision appears to be facing yet another obstacle in the form of the current regulatory law. The bill's requirements for the disclosure of personal information and the reporting of transactions seem to go against the decentralized spirit that Shiba Inu tries to promote. The wider conflict between regulatory control and the principles of specific decentralized cryptocurrency initiatives is signaled by this regulatory development, which may pose difficulties for Shiba Inu's quest of decentralization. With the release of Shibarium not long ago, within the Shiba Inu community, there is a notable question regarding a Layer 2 scaling solution for the breed. In case you forgot, the Shiba Inu development team promised to burn 70 of petrol fee earnings after converting it into Shiba Inus, because the declared sum surpassed $1 million in less than 4 months. This promise has attracted attention. But now that the new regulation measure has been introduced, the IRS is hanging around, and that means there is uncertainty. In light of the possibility of regulatory scrutiny, The community is now wondering how the Shiba Inu development team intends to fulfill their burn pledges. The project's capacity to deliver its promises in light of changing regulatory conditions has been the subject of questions and debates due to the added complexity caused by the junction of regulatory duties and the vow to burn a major amount of revenue. The regulatory cost is just one more thing standing in Shiba Inu's way, but the cryptocurrency has proven time and again that it can overcome adversity. Time and time again, Shiba Inu have shown that they can triumph over difficult situations and come out on top. Reasons for this perseverance include the community's unwavering support, the project's capacity to adapt, and the leadership's tactical approach to problems. Even if the new regulations might be a problem, Shiba Inus have proven themselves capable of overcoming similar challenges in the past. This coin has proven that it can adjust to new situations, discovering answers and continuing on the same path in spite of other influences. This resiliency may give Shiba Inu fans hope that the project can stay the course and pursue decentralization in spite of the difficulties brought about by changes in regulation. We need to be aware that fantastic ventures in the Bitcoin world frequently face difficulties along the way. Building something significant and groundbreaking always entails overcoming challenges. Through overcoming each challenge, the project grows stronger and more resilient. The tales of obstacles overcome are an essential part of each project's lifecycle narrative. The trials are a clear indication of how capable and dedicated the project is. The project's resilience, community spirit, and leadership are on display with every challenge it conquers. The existence of challenges is not an indication of inadequacy, but rather an essential component in the growth of an exceptional enterprise. The project's character, its ability to win over the public, and its place as a formidable player in the ever-changing cryptocurrency market are all defined by its ability to overcome obstacles. But there's something else I feel compelled to bring up. In light of the CC's long-standing reluctance to intervene in the cryptocurrency market, a perceptive Twitter user recently asked whether the Internal Revenue Service is still necessary in this setting. There is an intriguing dynamic in the regulatory landscape due to the well-documented misgivings of the SEC regarding cryptocurrency. The impending SEC judgment on the first-ever cryptocurrency ETF, Bitcoin in particular, adds an interesting dimension to this subject. If authorized, the move might signal a sea change, bringing tens of trillions of dollars into the Bitcoin market. If the cryptocurrency market becomes more mainstream, the user's question implies the IRS bill may lose its rationale. In particular, given the impending possibility of a Bitcoin ETF's approval. The possible approval of a Bitcoin ETF has sparked conjecture that the IRS bill and other regulatory frameworks are preparing for a regulated and mainstream cryptocurrency market. The dynamics and interaction between various regulatory agencies in the cryptocurrency industry are intriguing to consider in light of these recent developments at the junction of regulations. Frankly, I don't understand. Since a Bitcoin ETF is unlikely to be approved, regulators may reasonably ask why they should invest in crypto regulation efforts if they will ultimately fail. Nothing makes sense. Unless they are expecting a major achievement, like the adoption of a Bitcoin ETF, it appears contradictory for them to be actively pursuing restrictions like the IRS. The legalization of a Bitcoin exchange-traded fund would, in my opinion, be a watershed moment, ushering in widespread adoption and institutional investment in the cryptocurrency sector. The reasoning behind authorities' attempts to control the crypto industry is puzzling. If they weren't preparing for this change, the continuing regulatory efforts may be a part of a larger strategy to ensure that the cryptocurrency market is properly regulated in order to foster maturity and acceptance. However, how do you feel about that? Let us know your thoughts in the comments column. Your comment would be greatly appreciated. If you're interested in learning more, just click on one of the videos displayed. We have reached the final segment of this video. Please hit the like button and drop a comment down below if you found the video entertaining. Regarding the YouTube algorithm, this is incredibly helpful. Please also forward this video to everyone you know. It is time to spread the word.